All right, so part 8, just a bit of a warning. We're going to start doing stoichiometry. And the main thing about stoichiometry is that this is a skill. It's not something, that you're just going to memorize some knowledge. It's something that you have to be able to apply in a number of situations. And so what that means is that practice is really important here. And it's really about, can you do this? And the only way you know that you can do it is through practice. So be careful of some things. One is that just because there's short videos does not mean that the content is easy. Again, this is a skill. So there's many different ways to apply this skill. So the videos will give you an example, and they'll expect you to then go to the work along and extra resources and do more practice problems, right? So if the videos are short, that just leaves you more time for practice. If we were in person, we'd have 2 80-minute lectures a week. So that should be, if the videos are only like 30 minutes, then you should be spending at least 50 minutes doing, the work along and practice problems, and probably more than that. The other thing is that you need to show your work / thought process neatly. It's not about getting the right answer. It's about showing how you arrived there, right? All of you guys are beginning your adventure through chemistry. And if you just give me some, if you're working in a lab and you just gave somebody some number, they would not trust your number because they don't know you and you're just a beginner, right? So they want to see how you came to that number, and then they can trust it because then they can look over your work and be like, yes, that is correct. So for most of this stuff, we've actually already learned most of this content. We're just going to be putting them together. So if you understood, conversions and the mole, this really won't be that big of an issue. If you didn't understand that, you really got to get it together because this is going to become a huge part of this class, and so on and so forth. And finally, this skill will come back. And it'll come back a lot. We're going to be doing it in lab, almost every single lab. It'll come back later in this course. When we get to the other chapters, we're going to introduce stoichiometry into pretty much everything that we're studying. When you take Chemistry 102, if you have to, you're going to be using a lot of stoichiometry there. If you have to take organic chemistry or a lot of other courses, you're going to be doing a lot of stoichiometry. It's a very basic skill that every chemist and really every scientist should know. It's not just chemistry, it's just science in general. So my real suggestion right now is learn it well now, and your life will be easier. It's really not too bad if you take the time to learn it and understand it well. It's really pretty easy, but if you don't, it can get very confusing once we start adding more and more bits and pieces to it.